Hey guys, Jordanius here, bringing you another gameplay. The video today is more so about how I keep the game fun for myself, making different new decks and sort of trying out new things a lot of the time, because a lot of people struggle if they're grinding leaderboards a lot of the time, can struggle to keep the game entertaining for themselves if they're running the same sort of decks over and over and playing quite a lot. So this is what I sort of do to keep the game fun for myself. Not only, so that I can learn more things about the game, but it's more fun for me. So what I do really is I develop completely random decks with sort of leaders or units I never really played before, and try to develop a win condition for them, and just play like that, and try and win games like I wouldn't normally do before. So you can see in this game I'm playing Bossk and I'm against Ezra. And again, Bossk isn't a leader I use very often, although I have been using him quite a bit lately, having some good fun with him. But he's a bit lower leveled. But my win condition here really is to keep the enemy at a distance using my snare and my energy pike, and use things like the rocket trooper and the sniper just to deal damage to turrets and deal damage to the enemy as well at a distance. So it's quite infuriating for the opponent, but it's fun for me. So yeah, the energy pike is actually a really good card. I started running it for fun not too long back, and especially if you use it with a good range leader like Bossk, you can keep enemies at a distance and just have a sniper pretty much kill them if they've got no AoE at the time you use it. It can be really funny. As you can see earlier in the game, I stopped that Ezra and a giant push, and I literally just had a sniper killing everyone at the back, like really slowly. It took so long for them to die. I used the TIE bomber there very well to push the enemy into my territory so I could snare him. That's something not many people. It takes a lot to be able to do that. To be honest, it takes a lot of practice with the TIE bomber. So yeah, I'm just slowly pinging away at his top tower here with my rocket trooper every time I get a kill on him, because Bosk's 2 energy buff is great. What I do here top lane is I put a sand trooper against his Kanan, because it's really good against blocking bullets, but it can't block sand trooper bullets, so that was a really good thing I used. I used to use that against Luke a lot of the time as well, so although his bullet block isn't really abused as much as it was before. What I did as well, as you can see, is when I had an enemy kill, I had 2 stormtroopers left, and I just snuck a bladesman in behind them, and that did so much damage to the bottom turret, as you can see. I didn't even need to use my rocket trooper on that, but I decided to win the game in the end with a TIE bomber at the top lane, just because it was pretty much end of the game, so I didn't want to infuriate the opponent anymore. I just thought I'd end it. I'll catch you guys in the next game. Alright guys, so we're on our next game. As you can see, for this gameplay I'm using different leaders again, and a completely different deck and style, so that is the main point of things really, is to switch your decks up when you can, and try and use different leaders and units just to have more fun really, because it's also practice using your different units, which is good for things like draft mode, but also just keeps the game fresh and fun really. So I'm running Thrawn here with no AoE. So my game plan is literally just to spam units and hope that the enemy's not running too much AoE, so that I can just sort of overcrowd him in situations. I do make a mistake there. I place stormtroopers there that I really didn't need to, so he could have just tanked the damage there and let the turret kill him for a bit of an energy trade, but he placed the grenadier anyway, so it actually worked out as a +1 energy trade for me in the end, so that did work out. What I did here in this particular game, I noticed he's only really running the 1 AoE, so I kind of exploited that really, and as soon as I saw the AoE, I sort of baited it out with the sniper and protected him very well, because I knew he was going to want to save the AoE for his other units, for my other units, sorry. So it's a really good way of protecting the sniper that way and getting a lot of defensive damage against his tanky units. What he did there is he sniped my Price with his leader, but then he used the AoE on it to finish and get the kill, making sure I have lower energy. But because I'd seen he'd only had one AoE, I took the advantage of that and just absolutely rushed him with all my units, so he didn't have the AoE to kill him. And that really did work out well in my favour, as you see here. It's a really good example of looking at your opponent's deck, figuring out what cards he has and what weaknesses he has, and then as soon as he makes a mistake, just taking advantage of that, even if I wasn't in too much of a good situation myself, and it was pretty even. But as soon as he played that one card that I knew he'd regret if he used it at the wrong time, I just took advantage of it as soon as I possibly could. So that was a really good example of when to be aggressive again in that match, and take advantage of the opponent's cards. A really important point is to figure out what deck your opponent is using and to use that against them, and use your own deck in your favour. That's why I sort of have the deck on the side of my overlay, just because it really is such an important part of the game to know the opponent's deck, to figure it out. I always sort of memorise the cards I see that the opponent plays as soon as possible, really. So yeah, once I got that one turret from that one state, that was it. That was the game, really. Nothing else much happened in that game, to be honest. So, but yeah, that was that gameplay. The whole video really is just about fun decks. So you can either copy the decks I've been using here, try them yourself, or you can make your own new ones. But the point is really just to have fun with the game. I'll be bringing out a lot more gameplay soon as well. I've got a lot more footage for that. Sorry, it's been a couple of days since my last upload, but I've been working on a lot more gameplays for you, so I can bring some more out soon. But please do let me know in the comments below what you think of the new outlay as well, because I've been spending a lot of time working on that. So if you're a fan of the new overlay, then do let me know in the comments below and with the like button. So alright, see you guys next time.